Welcome. I'm Lori Pringle, and I'm an educational engagement consultant with WOUB Public Media out of Athens, Ohio. I'm also the District Library Media Specialist of East Holmes Local Schools in Berlin, Ohio. I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of great media literacy resources during this presentation. Together, we're going to explore media literacy and dive into a vast collection of curated resources and tools just for educators. We'll establish how to empower students and provide them with media literacy skills because they are active citizens in our digital world. We'll also explore the PBS Media Literacy Educator certification. This is a new professional development opportunity for you. It's competency-based, and you can earn a certification after completing 8 micro-credentials. It's a way for you to demonstrate your expertise and receive validation for your leadership. It's free and for educators of all grade levels. So, what is media literacy? Where do you see yourself on the media literacy continuum? How do you define media literacy? What aspects of media literacy are most important to you? Let's see what some others say.
Media literacy is an educational imperative.
Media literacy is everything. It's everywhere.
Essential to our democracy.
To me, media literacy is crucial.
Media literacy is a way to contextualize our world.
Power.
Civic engagement.
Media literacy is a basic human right.
The cornerstone of education.
Empowering.
Media literacy is for everyone.
Media literacy is imperative for students to be able to make sense of the world that we live in now.
Media literacy is important, I think, because it's not just addressing what it's like to be a consumer, but it really forces you to also to produce and participate, and it helps to allow you to understand like what your role is in the entire ecosystem,
and that is media literacy.
So there was some definitions from some educators around America. So let's dive in a little bit to media literacy as defined by NOMLY. Media literacy is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. NOMLY is a national nonprofit membership organization in the United States, and it's for you, educators, as well as academics, activists, and students with a passion for understanding media and its uses and how it impacts our lives. Each October, there is a Media Literacy Week that you might be interested in planning for as you think about the next upcoming school year. Here's another key video of the 5 core components of media literacy.
Media literacy is crucial. And I say crucial because being literate and understanding what the media is, what it's doing, how it operates, how it impacts you is extremely important, specifically for children because they operate in it.
There are 5 core components to media literacy education: access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act.
When we think about access in media literacy, it's super important to make sure that those tools, those resources are authentic to kids, and it's accessing information that they're actually going to be exposed to outside of your classroom.
Analyzing media is a really important part of media literacy, and one of the activities I've had my students participate in is analyzing headlines from the news. I would find different headlines from different sources, and that had a little bit of different connotation, but it was about the same topic. And with the class, we would go through each headline, and they would have to decide, does it have a positive connotation or a negative connotation? What news source did it come from, or did they think it was biased in any way? It was an interesting activity, and it can be done with any grade level because it's not asking you to read an entire article. It's just focusing on the headline.
when you try to evaluate media that you're seeing in the world today, you have to look at it a lot of different ways. Are you looking to see if it's real or fake? Are you looking to see if it's biased? Are you trying to find the purpose behind it? Do you know what your hookups and hangups are and how that might influence it? So knowing yourself is the first step in evaluation.
One of the first things that we do is I tell them they're producers. Even though in the past they see other people on TV or on YouTube as producers, they themselves are producing through Instagram and Snapchat and all the ways that they navigate and create within their digital media world. And so to understand that is really important. One of my taglines for my class is think before you post, because everything they post can be out there forever. So to think about that ahead of time is really important.
As an English teacher, I want to make sure that a part of my media literacy education is giving students those tools and giving them the time and opportunity to create something meaningful that they can use to share their own voices, that they can use to advocate for the issues that are important to them. And that's an integral part of media literacy in my classroom.
So that's a great question. How do you teach media literacy in your classroom? Let's reflect on that goal a little bit. One goal of media literacy is to reflect on how do we keep kids safe versus how do we prepare kids for success. We want students to succeed. Media literacy is about preparing children to thrive in the media-saturated world, from young children through upper students and even into adulthood. It's all about empowerment, engagement, and participation. According to the United States and Ohio Media Literacy Statistics, the U.S. Media Literacy Report of 2020 concluded that only 14 states had taken substantial legislation action on media literacy education. Ohio and Florida were just two of those states that revealed to have the strongest media literacy education policies for K-12 curriculums. According to our Ohio Revised Code and Academic Standards Code, we need to have model curriculum, and it needs to include the development of skill sets that promote information, media, and technology literacy. So how do we go about this? Well, I'm excited to share with you Media Literacy Educator, a certification tool provided by KQED and PBS. After this portion, I will also share alternative resources should you decide this certification isn't for you. So the Media Literacy Education Certification is a way of supporting teachers in preparing young children and teens to succeed in a media-rich world. The certification is a way to recognize rock star teachers like you for their media literacy skills, and it provides a pathway for teachers who want to improve their media literacy skills and do what they can to make an impact. Media Literacy Educator Certification is made up of 8 microcredentials that you can do in any order and on your own schedule. Every microcredential earns you one step closer to your certification. Once you earn all 8 microcredentials, you can become a PBS certified media literacy educator. So here are the 8 certification areas: critical analyzing media, assessing student media, creating a code of conduct, evaluating online information, evaluating online tools for classroom use, making media for classroom use, including audio and video, making media for classroom use, including images, graphics, and interactives, and finally, implementing media projects. You can choose early childhood or upper grades. No courses are required for you to complete the microcredentials. If you feel competent and ready to submit the requirements, you can move forward. You submit evidence of teaching practice and student learning along with some self-reflections. You get to choose which microcredential you start with. You log in and submit your artifacts, your reflections, and provide the submissions, and then within 2 weeks, you'll find out if they are approved. Once you earn a microcredential, you can share a badge with your peers and your professional network. Like I mentioned, after you earn 8 microcredentials, you are automatically rewarded that certificate of a media literacy educator. To support you on this task, you can explore over 25 courses in media literacy provided by the KQED Media Literacy portal. These courses are also free and self-paced and designed for teachers kindergarten through 12th grade. The new KQED Media Academy offers a set of 4 free instructor-led professional development courses as well. They prepare educators to effectively and meaningfully analyze and evaluate and make media with students, supporting curriculum goals. Additionally, you have access to PBS Teacher Line, which has some free research resources and professional development to continue to build your knowledge and skills. So here are some of the benefits of gaining this certification. For me, professional growth and knowing I'm making a positive impact on students' lives is the biggest benefit. Here are some of the awards that the PBS Media Literacy Educator Certification has been awarded. If you're thinking that you like this idea, but it seems a little overwhelming to tackle something like this, would you consider joining us for a virtual cohort to work as a team of educators to increase your media literacy skills? If that's something you'd like to explore, be sure to email me at pringle@woub.org or contact your regional PBS educational support team. We'd love to establish a cohort and cheer each other on. I've shared the landing page or URL to explore more about this certification. Now I'm going to shift to some additional resources outside of that media literacy certification that I would also feel might benefit you, even if you're not ready to tackle the certification program. So PBS Learning Media provides a collection of media galleries for all grade levels, including videos, articles, lesson plans, images, and activities. Here are some links to some of my favorites. And at the conclusion of this presentation, I will provide a bit.ly where you can get back to the slides and click on these links to access these resources at your fingertips. This slide outlines many more resources that are out there on the web that I like to turn to when I start exploring or revisiting media literacy with our students. Due to time, I'm not going to pull open these individual resources, but it's a great collection curated just for you. Here are some of my favorite fact checkers. Fact checking is something we need to do ourselves and teach others how to do, and the importance of it. Tools such as these are here to provide unbiased news evaluations, and they're intended to help you sort out the facts and crush those rumors. If you are an early childhood provider, I would encourage you to click on this link and visit the Media Literacy for Early Childhood 5 Essential Media Literacy Questions. This is a great tool for those who work with littles. And here's a listing of resources that I use to help prepare this presentation. Here is the participation code. Jot this down, capital MED 83. You'll need this code to complete the proof of participation form. Finally, I'd like to thank you for participating today with our Digital Learning Day Media Literacy presentation. Once again, I'm Lori Pringle, and the other picture you see on this slide is Deborah Brewer. She is the Education Services Manager working in Athens with WOUB Public Media. We're both here to support you as you dive into media literacy. Finally, I want to remind you of the presentation link. If you follow this bit.ly, jot it down or take a screenshot, bit.ly/, make sure it's capitals, WOUBMLE That will get you to the slide deck where you can click on all the different videos and resources that I have shared with you today. We look forward to hearing from you and hope that you would like to learn more about the media literacy credentials or provide resources to your students. The key is to help everybody move a step forward with media literacy. Have a great day.